Lovecraft Country, dang, being canceled. You upset?
Yes, very.
I'm super upset. First of all, I'm Mickey Indigo. This is
Minal?
And you already know, if you're new here, go ahead, like, and subscribe. We're going to jump into this right now, though. We really like this show, Lovecraft Country, Jordan Peele's show. I felt like every episode was its own story. It was its own world. It was, like, super, like, it had something to say. It had a theme, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like... man, what a bummer. But I mean, if you think about it, the show actually did wrap up neat in like a bow, right? It had a beginning, a middle, and an end. And when it ended, it really ended. I'm not even sure if we should jump into spoilers just yet, and I'll give you guys a warning when we do jump into spoilers, because we do want to review it a little bit, because you know, before we're like, let's not renew it, but now that we know it's being canceled, we do want to talk about it a little bit more. And I hope there's going to be a revival. I hope that, you know, maybe Netflix or something picks it up, because I think it's a phenomenal show with a lot of more potential.
Was there any reason why they canceled it?
I'm assuming the only reason they're going to cancel it because of lack of viewership. So I guess there wasn't as much viewership, but the marketing, I thought the marketing was okay. To be honest, when I saw the marketing, I wasn't completely sold on it, because they kept showing the dream sequence with the octopus mouth, and they probably shouldn't have shown that. They probably should have shown a little bit more of the realistic parts.
Oh.
But you know, I'm not the marketing guy. If I was the marketing guy, I'm pretty sure I would have made a lot more money. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Look, that show, the main character, have you ever seen him before this show?
No. I think I've never seen any of them.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. So all these actors are completely new to us.
Yes.
You know, we've never seen them before. And you know, when from the first episode, it started off pretty strong. I would say in the beginning it was a little bit slow, but towards the middle to the end, man, it really started picking up. And I think this is right now, we're going to be jumping into a little bit spoilers, and we're going to keep this really short and sweet. But I want to know about you. What was your biggest takeaway from the show?
Well, it was all symbolic. I loved how, like, as you said, every chapter was a different story. It was as if it was a book. I don't know if they really took it from a book.
I want to say it was an original story, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, I just loved it.
For me, what it was is that I liked how this guy had the blood of royalty, right?
Okay.
He had the blood of the chosen one. And even though, you know, he had that main bloodline, the fact that he was black, he did not get the respect that he actually deserved.
Yes.
I thought that theme was probably the strongest one out of all of them.
I mean, they did respect the blood. They respected him to be in the unity, but they didn't give him the kind of like
acceptance.
Yeah.
Just because of the color of his skin.
Yeah.
And I think that's very strong, because you know, I feel like in some people's eyes you could never be in that club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No matter what, you could never be in the club. And I think I thought the monsters were actually pretty cool. Those giant monsters, I think it was from the first episode. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Jurassic Park. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, it almost felt like Game of Thrones, right? Like you didn't know who was gonna die, when they were gonna die. Like, remember when the younger sister, right? The younger sister, those little two twins were following her, and when they were eating her arm and whatnot, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I did not expect it to, like, for the show to take it that far. You know what I'm saying?
That reminded me of Us.
Yes, very much so. And I mean, it's the same creator, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, maybe he's making a little bit of a nod to himself. Another thing, you know, how where the sister kept taking the vial of blood, exactly, to turn into a white lady. And that's another example. It's the same theme, you know what I'm saying? No matter what, you can never be part of that club.
Yeah. So the two things that they were presented with that thing, when they drank and they transfer, the first one was with the black woman who wanted to experience to be white for one day,
right,
by getting a job and having a beautiful life,
right,
where no one can harass her.
Yes.
And the second thing was with the sister too, because if you remember, she was not allowed in the unity because she was a woman. So she had to take that thing to be a man.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, totally.
So
Totally. So the theme was just everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. I liked the romance, between the estranged girlfriend from they were in Vietnam, I believe. Right.
Oh, I
when
forgot
she
about that
when
part.
she came back into the picture, I thought that was actually pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Honestly, the show was strong. I think maybe around the third or fourth episode it started losing me, but it started picking back up after that. Another strong episode was the father's wife, or whatever the case. She kept traveling through time, going to different worlds. And,
Yeah.
there's this one time where she's in a trippy world, but it was just what the girl was drawing.
Yeah.
Man, that was beautiful. Man, and let's just talk about the ending. The fact that the father ends up sacrificing himself, just like the prophecy was, told. And the reason I feel like they'll make a good sequel is because they talk about the son and they talk about the stories that they were in. So there's definitely some room for more, but I don't know, man. I feel like if it was on Netflix, I think it would actually make a lot more money. I think it would. I think it would be successful if Netflix picked it up.
I thought it was in Netflix.
No, it was actually on HBO Max.
Oh.
HBO rather. But yeah, I feel like if it did move over to Netflix, there would be hope. I feel like they would bring it back. I thought it was definitely one of the best scary shows I've seen, and even if it just does only end on this one season, I'm not even that mad. I'm more mad at something like Good Girls, which doesn't even end definitively. It just gets canceled abruptly. So it is what it is, man. If I don't like to give scores from 1 to 10, but in my opinion, is definitely a must see. Not one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life, but it's definitely a must see in my opinion. How about
I'll
you?
give it a B because every chapter there was a story behind it and a purpose behind it, so I loved it.
Yeah, no, totally. Anyways, guys, we want to know what you thought in the comments below. Are you upset that it's canceled? Are you actually happy that the way it wrapped up? Sound off. Let us know. We're interested in hearing you. I'm Mickey Indigo.
I'm in all.
And you already know that's a wrap.